The Wehrmacht anti-tank intelligence briefing that reached General Heinz Guderian's Panzer headquarters in Berlin during October 1944 contained rocket launcher statistics that seemed to defy every principle of precision anti-tank weapon manufacturing and rocket propulsion capacity. The classified document claimed that American factories had produced over 200,000 bazooka rocket launchers since 1942, suggesting production capabilities that violated fundamental assumptions about precision rocket weapon construction and wartime anti-tank manufacturing limitations. This is anti-tank propaganda designed to intimidate our panzer forces, General Guderian declared to his tank commanders, studying reconnaissance photographs of American weapons plants that showed bazooka production operations spanning entire industrial facilities. Rocket launchers are precision anti-tank weapons requiring sophisticated individual engineering. No weapons industry possesses the manufacturing capacity to produce 200,000 precision rocket systems. These Americans must be including training devices and signal flares in their military rocket statistics. These were experienced German tank officers who understood anti-tank weapons through decades of precision engineering and systematic armor combat that had created Europe's most sophisticated tank warfare through systematic tactical development and technological excellence. The concept of mass-produced rocket launchers seemed to violate fundamental principles of anti-tank manufacturing that demanded individual attention over assembly speed. They could not fathom they were witnessing the greatest anti-tank weapon production achievement in rocket launcher history, or that American factories would demonstrate how democratic industrial organization could manufacture rocket weapons at rates that would overwhelm German armor superiority through unprecedented numerical superiority and continuous replacement capability that rendered individual tank excellence strategically irrelevant. If you want to discover more incredible stories of how American industrial supremacy revolutionized modern warfare, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. General Heinz Guderian stood beside his command Tiger tank at Army Group Center headquarters, embodying German confidence in armored superiority through innovative panzer design and systematic tank warfare excellence. As architect of Blitzkrieg doctrine, Guderian represented German assumptions about armor quality, triumphing over anti-tank quantity through superior technology, individual tank excellence, and professional armored warfare standards that had established German panzer dominance across European battlefields. German tank warfare doctrine that Guderian understood included meticulous armor engineering, individual attention to combat specifications, and systematic quality control that created superior armored vehicles through careful design and tactical optimization. German panzer forces operated tanks like precision military instruments, rather than mass-produced vehicles, emphasizing technological excellence over numerical volume through specialized manufacturing approaches that prioritized individual tank perfection. The sophisticated armored vehicles that German military employed included advanced Tiger tanks, revolutionary Panther tanks, and specialized tank destroyers that represented pinnacle achievements in armored engineering through systematic development and combat experience. German engineering had solved complex mechanical challenges that produced tanks exceeding Allied capabilities through individual excellence and precision manufacturing. Intelligence analysis of Allied anti-tank weapons suggested enemy forces remained constrained by conventional rocket limitations, precision engineering requirements, and industrial bottlenecks that prevented massive anti-tank expansion. German tank planners calculated that Allied rocket weapon production would require decades to threaten German armor capabilities, while maintaining acceptable anti-tank performance standards through traditional manufacturing methods. Strategic doctrine that incorporated German armored advantages assumed technological superiority would enable continued tank dominance through superior vehicle performance and systematic crew training. Democratic armies could allegedly never achieve rapid expansion and quantity-focused anti-tank approaches while maintaining individual rocket weapon excellence that could challenge German armored superiority through precision engineering. Economic calculations performed by German armored economists revealed Allied industrial capacity divided between civilian manufacturing and limited military requirements, suggesting resource constraints that prevented total conversion to anti-tank rocket weapon manufacturing. Steel allocation and skilled weapons technicians appeared insufficient for massive rocket launcher production programs, requiring specialized engineering and precision manufacturing techniques. Cultural assumptions about American anti-tank industrial organization suggested inefficient production methods and profit-motivated rather than strategically focused approaches that would prevent systematic military rocket weapon manufacturing. German armored ideology characterized democratic industry as wasteful and disorganized compared to German systematic efficiency and specialized tank technological discipline. Combat statistics from successful German panzer operations seem to validate German assumptions about armored warfare effectiveness and technological advantages over Allied anti-tank forces worldwide. German tank units had achieved remarkable success through superior armor performance and systematic crew training that appeared impossible for mass-produced enemy rocket weapons to challenge through quantity alone. Armored philosophy that German panzer forces emphasized included individual tank excellence, crew proficiency development, and systematic combat experience accumulation that created elite armored units through rigorous selection and professional advancement. German tank forces prioritized quality over quantity in both vehicles and personnel, reflecting confidence that superior individual performance would achieve victory through technological and armored advantages. Edward Uhl, co-inventor of the Bazooka rocket launcher, walked through the sprawling General Electric facilities, observing revolutionary production techniques that would transform anti-tank weapon manufacturing through industrial mass production methods adapted for military warfare. The civilian rocket engineer was applying innovative production expertise to sophisticated anti-tank construction with systematic efficiency that would fundamentally challenge German assumptions about rocket weapon manufacturing limitations. The M1 Bazooka program that American industry developed represented complete departure from traditional anti-tank weapon manufacturing that emphasized individual craftsmanship over systematic mass production for military operations. American rocket launcher design prioritized penetration reliability, operational effectiveness, and assembly line production capability rather than technological sophistication alone, enabling manufacturing rates that completely exceeded German anti-tank industrial calculations. Assembly line techniques that General Electric employed included revolutionary electronics production methods, systematically adapted for complex rocket launcher manufacturing through organized workflow, standardized components, and continuous production that eliminated traditional anti-tank weapon manufacturing bottlenecks. American industrial experience had created unprecedented manufacturing efficiency that surpassed specialized rocket weapon production through civilian innovation applied to military anti-tank engineering. Workforce mobilization supporting bazooka production included revolutionary numbers of workers entering precision manufacturing while maintaining comprehensive training programs that created skilled personnel adequate for complex rocket launcher assembly operations. Democratic educational systems produced abundant human resources through competitive instruction, merit-based advancement, and systematic anti-tank manufacturing skills development that exceeded traditional rocket weapon production workforce limitations. Supply chain coordination across American bazooka manufacturing included specialized steel delivery, from multiple continental sources, rocket components from dedicated manufacturers, and thousands of precision parts from hundreds of suppliers, whose production was synchronized through systematic logistics management. Materials coordination exceeded German organizational capabilities through democratic industrial cooperation and competitive resource allocation that enabled unprecedented rocket launcher production rates. Quality control procedures ensured bazooka reliability through systematic testing protocols, continuous inspection processes, and rigorous anti-tank performance validation that maintained rocket weapon effectiveness while enabling unprecedented mass production rates. American bazooka manufacturing had achieved consistent quality through scientific methods rather than traditional individual craftsmanship. Attention! Proving that systematic approaches could maintain anti-tank standards while enabling mass production. Innovation acceleration continued throughout bazooka development as American engineers continuously improved rocket launcher specifications while maintaining aggressive production schedules that traditional methods could never sustain. Competitive pressure encouraged rapid advancement that exceeded conventional anti-tank development cycles while ensuring manufacturing compatibility and sustained production capability. Strategic planning that incorporated massive bazooka deployment included comprehensive anti-tank tactical doctrine development and operational coordination that would maximize rocket weapon effectiveness across global theaters. American military strategy integrated production advantages into comprehensive campaign planning that assumed virtually unlimited bazooka availability and continuous anti-tank supply capability. Manufacturing excellence that bazooka production achieved included penetration reliability, operational performance, and anti-tank effectiveness that exceeded traditional rocket weapon development while maintaining mass production compatibility. American industry had proven that systematic manufacturing could produce effective rocket launchers without sacrificing performance, demonstrating democratic advantages in combining adequate technology with industrial abundance through competitive innovation. November 1944. German intelligence documentation of American bazooka production revealed anti-tank statistics that challenged every fundamental assumption about rocket weapon manufacturing and anti-tank industrial possibility worldwide. American factories were producing over 8,000 bazooka launchers monthly, while maintaining simultaneous production across dozens of facilities that collectively exceeded total German anti-tank weapon manufacturing capacity by incomprehensible margins. Mathematical analysis that German anti-tank planners performed revealed American bazooka production approaching 200,000 total units since 1942, while German rocket weapon production struggled to maintain 20,000 anti-tank launchers across all weapons plants and facilities. Enemy industrial capabilities had achieved systematic abundance that completely violated traditional assumptions about precision rocket launcher manufacturing, complexity, and specialized anti-tank engineering requirements. Statistical verification through multiple intelligence sources confirmed American bazooka production that included standardized components, revolutionary assembly line manufacturing, and systematic quality control that enabled mathematically impossible production rates for anti-tank weapons. Enemy manufacturing had achieved unprecedented efficiency that exceeded German rocket weapon industrial organization through democratic competitive methods and civilian electronics expertise. Photographic reconnaissance of American rocket weapon facilities revealed production techniques that completely eliminated individual anti-tank craftsmanship in favor of systematic manufacturing approaches directly adapted from civilian electronics industry methods for military applications. Democratic rocket weapon industrial organization had achieved military production through competitive, rather than centralized authoritarian methods and systematic resource optimization. Economic calculations demonstrated American bazooka expenditure that exceeded entire German anti-tank budgets, while simultaneously maintaining civilian electronics production and comprehensive international assistance programs. Democratic capitalism had achieved resource abundance that centralized command economy methods could never duplicate through systematic efficiency and competitive innovation in rocket launcher manufacturing. Supply chain analysis revealed American bazooka manufacturing coordinated across continental distances with material flows that dramatically exceeded German logistical capabilities and organizational systems. Enemy industrial organization demonstrated systematic coordination that exceeded authoritarian central planning through competitive cooperation and democratic resource allocation methods in anti-tank production that achieved efficiency through civilian expertise. Technology assessment based on captured American bazookas revealed manufacturing quality that maintained anti-tank effectiveness, while being produced in quantities that German industry considered physically impossible without sacrificing performance specifications. Mass production had achieved consistent reliability through systematic scientific methods rather than individual attention and specialized approaches. Performance analysis of recovered American rocket launchers demonstrated that mass production had achieved penetration reliability, operational effectiveness, and anti-tank performance that proved adequate for warfare while being manufactured at impossible scales. Systematic engineering had proven effective in producing functional bazookas through competitive innovation and scientific manufacturing approaches. The statistical impossibility had become undeniable strategic reality that forced German acknowledgement of democratic advantages in anti-tank industrial organization that exceeded authoritarian alternatives through competitive efficiency and systematic abundance in rocket launcher production that would fundamentally alter armored warfare through anti-tank superiority. December 1944. The massive Allied infantry operations during the Battle of the Bulge revealed devastating effectiveness of American bazooka production, as over 15,000 rocket launchers equipped Allied forces while maintaining anti-tank reserves that exceeded German total rocket weapon inventory. The mathematical superiority of American manufacturing had translated into overwhelming anti-tank dominance that rendered German armor philosophy strategically vulnerable through systematic bazooka abundance. Tactical deployment that American bazooka abundance enabled included multiple infantry divisions operating simultaneously across European theaters while maintaining anti-tank capabilities that German panzer forces had never encountered, despite individual tank superiority and crew training advantages. American production had eliminated traditional anti-tank constraints through systematic abundance and continuous rocket launcher supply that exceeded conventional armored warfare limitations. German tank commanders discovered combat situations where individual panzer superiority achieved minimal tactical advantage because American anti-tank strength exceeded German armor protection through numerical abundance. Mathematical relationships had shifted decisively toward Allied infantry forces through manufacturing capacity rather than individual tank effectiveness or crew excellence that had characterized traditional armored warfare approaches. Combat statistics from sustained European armored operations documented German tank losses that could not be replaced, while Allied infantry units maintained anti-tank strength through continuous bazooka production and systematic rocket launcher replacement programs. Anti-tank abundance had created tactical sustainability that exceeded German response possibilities and resource allocation capabilities through democratic rocket weapon organization. Intelligence analysis by German armor commands revealed American production capabilities that dramatically exceeded strategic planning assumptions, while demonstrating anti-tank organization that surpassed authoritarian efficiency through democratic competitive methods. Enemy capabilities had achieved systematic advantages that traditional armored forces could not anticipate or counter effectively through conventional tank tactics. Psychological impact on German tank crews included recognition that individual armored excellence could not guarantee survival when facing opponents with unlimited bazooka capabilities and continuous anti-tank reinforcement. Tactical armor superiority had become strategically meaningless against American production abundance and systematic rocket launcher deployment that exceeded traditional armored warfare mathematics. Operational advantages that American bazooka production provided included anti-tank availability, rocket launcher replacement, and sustained infantry capability that maintained anti-armor effectiveness under extended campaigns across multiple theaters. Systematic anti-tank operations exceeded German capabilities despite armor advantages and theoretically superior tank coordination. Anti-tank capabilities that bazooka abundance enabled included sustained infantry operations, continuous armor threat deterrence, and anti-tank flexibility that German panzer forces could never counter through individual tank excellence. American production had created operational sustainability that exceeded traditional anti-tank limitations through systematic abundance and rocket weapon adequacy. The bazooka blitz against German armor demonstrated American anti-tank production had fundamentally altered armored warfare mathematics through rocket launcher capabilities that rendered traditional tank superiority vulnerable when facing systematic abundance combined with adequate performance and continuous anti-tank supply capability. May 8, 1945. As Nazi Germany surrendered unconditionally following complete Allied anti-tank superiority, the final accounting of American bazooka production revealed numbers that had redefined armored warfare. Over 200,000 rocket launchers manufactured through revolutionary assembly line methods that averaged 550 completed bazookas daily at peak production, creating anti-tank capabilities that had overwhelmed German armor supremacy through unprecedented systematic abundance. Strategic validation that American bazooka production provided confirmed industrial mobilization as the decisive factor in modern armored warfare, while demonstrating democratic advantages in manufacturing organization, resource allocation, and technological application that exceeded totalitarian alternatives through competitive innovation and systematic efficiency optimization. Democratic anti-tank industrial organization had proven superior to authoritarian approaches through mathematical evidence. General Guderian's post-war acknowledgement included recognition that German panzer invincibility had been strategically defeated by American production capabilities that exceeded every calculation of democratic industrial potential and bazooka manufacturing capacity. Mass production manufacturing had rendered individual tank excellence strategically vulnerable through overwhelming anti-tank superiority and coordinated rocket launcher deployment. Economic efficiency that American bazooka production achieved included dramatic cost reduction through volume manufacturing while maintaining anti-tank effectiveness that exceeded traditional rocket weapon development methods. Competitive capitalism had proven systematically superior to command economy organization for sustained bazooka production and technological advancement across global operations through democratic resource allocation. International cooperation through American bazooka deployment included comprehensive anti-tank transfers to Allied forces that enhanced collective infantry capabilities while demonstrating American production capacity far beyond domestic requirements. Democratic values had created sustainable assistance through systematic rocket launcher sharing and strategic generosity programs. Technological legacy of American bazooka production influenced post-war anti-tank warfare through revolutionary manufacturing techniques, systematic rocket weapon principles, and scientific quality control methods that transformed global anti-tank production standards. Scientific advancement had created lasting advantages through systematic research and competitive innovation processes. Training systems that bazooka abundance enabled included accelerated anti-tank programs, adequate rocket launcher availability for training, and systematic bazooka development that created anti-tank resources sufficient for expanded military capabilities. American military education had produced anti-tank personnel through competitive instruction and merit-based advancement. Manufacturing innovation that enabled American bazooka success demonstrated democratic society's ability to coordinate massive anti-tank resources through systematic planning and competitive efficiency rather than authoritarian control. Democratic systems had produced rocket launcher capabilities that exceeded totalitarian alternatives through systematic coordination and competitive innovation. The anti-tank triumph had proven that democratic industrial organization could achieve systematic advantages over traditional armored superiority through competitive innovation, systematic manufacturing, and abundant production that totalitarian tank systems could never counter through centralized control, individual craftsmanship, or authoritarian resource allocation alone in rocket launcher manufacturing and armored warfare. If this incredible story of how American assembly line bazooka production overwhelmed German armor supremacy through systematic abundance amazed you, make sure to subscribe for more tales of democratic anti-tank triumph.